What makes up a high converting sales page? How you doing, everyone? It's Jamie here, and I want to say a very warm welcome to you, and thanks very much for joining me in today's video. I've got something pretty cool lined up for you guys today. I'm actually going to go through one of my products and one of the pages that I put together for that very product that is currently converting at over 16%. Now, what that means is that for every 7 people that arrive on this very sales page, one person is going to buy, which is a pretty good conversion rate. I'm really happy with it. Now, what I intend to do in this video is break down why it's converting so well, and you can start replicating some of this stuff in your own copywriting and perhaps your own sales pages as well. And if you're interested in learning more about this particular product, feel free to click the link below. There is an awesome affiliate offer. It's paying 50% commission plus 20% second tier. So if you sell to someone and then they make a sale, you get an automatic 20%. It's pretty easy money for jam. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, actually, before I do, welcome to the channel. If this is the first time here, my name's Jamie. I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, and all things digital. If any of that's of interest to yourself, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, and don't forget to smash that bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm putting out. Rightio, let's jump straight into it. So, big bold headline first and foremost, how to tell the future of your sales success using the SPM process. Now, SPM is something I just made up. It stands for Sales Prognosticator. This was originally a masterclass that I did as basically a paid offer for my students in my group, my free group, and I hosted a 2-hour masterclass. But I actually thought, you know what, I think this is better if I map it out with modules and I go through that and make it into bite-sized chunks as I went along. So I re-recorded everything, got all the resources, materials, everything together, put that out there, and this was the result. So I literally, the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is because this is just a cart page. There's nothing fancy about what you're seeing here. I've got some decent-ish, okay-ish copywriting as part of it, but realistically, it's not that super fancy. And I wanted to really point that out, not because I'm trying to be self-critical, but the reality is that you could spend a long time making sure everything looks super pretty and all that sort of stuff, and it might not convert. You're better off just throwing something out there, trying to get it to convert and optimize as you go along. And that's exactly what I've done with this very page. So anyway, back to it. Right, so big bold headline at the start. I probably should make that a little bit bigger. So probably the first thing that sticks out there. Now, you notice that there's a little element of intrigue around that headline. That's probably the big thing. One of the common doctrines that you can use, this is from Frank Kern. It's the how to yay without boo. And so that would mean like how to do, I don't know, how to achieve your dreams without biggest objection, right? If you think of it in that context, how to yay without boo. And so if you keep kind of have that in mind, it's just a good kind of doctrine to go down in terms of the headline for your sales page. But like anything, I'm going to throw this caveat out there. It really comes back to testing things out, because you just don't know until you actually launch your page and then see if it converts or not. Now, in this instance, of course, I didn't do that. I said how to tell the future of your sales success using the SPM process. Now, the sales prognosticator process, SPM for short, it is just the scripting and the framework that I use to sell high ticket products and services. And underneath that, I've got, so I didn't actually do the without boo part. I just went how to tell the future of your sales success, because it creates an intrigue. That's the first thing, just create an intrigue of some kind. And I've basically gone and said, look, it's a new framework that reveals how to sell anything online, which is very true. Like if you use this and you've got the ability to build a relationship with someone, and you can go through a pathway, and you've kind of got that all mapped out in front of you, then you can sell anything. Doesn't matter if it's a service, a coaching offer, a product, anything of that nature. It is for one-to-one. It's not a one-to-many type thing, but anyway, it's still, you can sell anything basically using it. So big chunky green bottle. It's a new word, isn't it? Bottle, rightio. It's not a bottle, not a butt. It's a bottle. So big chunky green button there, and basically it's, it says I need this now. And so what that does is automatically goes right down to the actual cart segmentation of the page, but I'm not going to click on that for the time being. And this is true. Look, at the time of recording, the price is due to double, which is still not even close to the amount of value that is available there. Okay, so anyway, it is on a countdown. We've got 8 days left, so that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to double in price, and even then, it's still going to be yeah, pretty good value if I do say so myself. So I actually only added this in today as well because I decided, you know what, by popular demand, thanks to the affiliates and the value that people are getting from it, we made the decision to bump up that price, which is kind of a slightly better alignment with the actual value that's in it, just because it has scripting and templates and all sorts of bonuses, things like that as well. So anyway, but that's another thing I'll cover as well, a couple of bonuses to help. Boost the probability of a sale, right? So anyway, so here's what it covers. It's a new process that unveils how to sell anything. So I've just reiterated exactly what I said. Now, this social proof, it's only little. I actually only put that in. I'm testing this part of it out. I didn't have that before, and it was still converting it around about the 16. It was actually just shy of 16, about 15.8% mark. So anyway, check out what some of our students have to say. A little bit of social proof, nothing huge. There's only 4. There's actually more social proof I can add, but I think there was only 5, 4, and a video or something like that. It didn't quite make sense there. So anyway, from the desk of Jamie G, that's me. Dear friend, if you'd like to unlock the closely guarded secrets held by blah, 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 blah. So again, it's kind of reiterating the big, bold claim, right? Huge, big sort of thing. Look, this is the thing. By the way, it's going to be the most important thing that you read today, because believe it or not, there are some people that still like to read. Now, of course, I didn't acknowledge the fact that I've got a sales video there, which is, it's a test run. I'll probably end up doing another one at some stage, to be honest. But anyway, it is converting. I don't know if I need to push it too hard. But first, a disclaimer. Now, this is the thing. It's a trust builder. This is what, again, I'm going to leverage my old boy Frank Kern there, because Frank talks about a damaging admission a lot of the time, and part of his copy. And the reason why you would want to put that out there, not because you're trying to shoot yourself in the foot or anything like that, but it builds trust. If you make a big bold claim like, this is the best thing you've ever seen since sliced bread ever, and it's going to be amazing, and then there's nothing beyond that, that it instantly raises the skepticism. People are like skeptical, like, what's going on here? This is a little bit weird, or what's going on? I don't know if I trust this page entirely. Whereas if you got something like this, yeah, but first, it's a bit of a disclaimer. Listen, before I uncover the whole blah, 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 I want to be perfectly clear. It's not going to guarantee results, not going to guarantee success. It is a masterclass on how to sell stuff. I don't know if you're actually going to apply that, all that sort of stuff, right? Basically, don't get the program if you like, are looking for like a shortcut or whatever. It's really not for you, right? I don't know if I should have put that there. To be honest, it's like it's not even the same color. It looks a bit crap. And I made it on Canva, as you probably might be able to tell, but it doesn't matter because it still converts. That's the thing I want to hammer home to you guys. So anyway, Sales Prognosticator Masterclass is completely different than anything you've gone through before. And that is true. It's in my voice. It is a sales process that I don't think other people are doing quite the same way. It has some really interesting nuances as far as, I guess, like the psychology behind why things sell, things like that. Blah blah blah. I've done some of the stuff I've done on and offline. And again, I'm doing another sort of warning about, like, this isn't. It's not for you if you're into tricking or hacking people and whatnot. It's another trust builder, and it's another takeaway. So I've basically presented something which is amazing, and now I'm taking it away. So I need to warn you though. Listen, it's not about doing hacks and tricks and getting people to buy stuff that's not going to help them out. Okay. So I go through that, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's just go bang straight into it. And again, this is leveraging a lot of what Frank Kern talks about and some of his copy stuff as well. So then straight into it. Look, here's just a fraction of what you're going to get, and what it might mean for your future sales. So I'm sort of future pacing there, if you can tell, what it might mean for your future sales results. And so I'm kind of like future pacing, like, wow, my future sales results could be amazing if I do this. So leveraging over 14 years of sales experience, that's me, of course. It's me doing the training. Want a stream of inbound leads? These three critical content hacks will bring you a flood of leads daily, which is true. There is a module in there, and it is a relatively short video. It goes over the 3 content frameworks that you can use in order to basically get more leads coming to you with inbound leads, right? That's kind of cool. How to hack your mind to project sales success. Yes, that is true. It's in there. But here's the thing. You notice that these are all very appealing things, like how to hack your mind. Whoa, what do you mean hack my mind? What is that? Like, so it invokes a ton of intrigue when people are reading this. Like, what do you mean hack my mind? What is that? Have you been stacking your offer wrong? So if you ask a question that is in kind of like a negative tense, or perhaps contradictory to popular belief, Have you been stacking your offers? What? I don't know. Have I? Maybe I have. Maybe that's why I'm not selling as that. So again, it creates a bit of an intrigue. And so, and again, I basically I do some polarity with my audience there. Most entrepreneurs will mess this up. This will show you how to exactly create your blah blah blah, blah mouth-watering bonuses, right? Want to get people to buy so you don't need to sell them. So that's kind of cool. The thing is that you really want people to really want what you have. Okay, and so that makes the whole process of selling stuff a lot easier rather than you having to use Jedi mind tricks, and no one really likes that anyway. No one really likes the whole Gil Gunderson off the Simpsons sales techniques. Oh, Gil needs to make a sale. You never want to be that guy, and so you can avoid that, right? And go through what else we got here. The question that you must never do. So again, it invokes intrigue. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean should I do that? How to transition seamlessly. I know this is a pain point for some people. I know that they're really good at building rapport with people. Hey, how's it going? How's your dog? How's life? What's happening? Blah blah. Let's be friends. Great. And then of course transitioning into like a business related topic. A lot of people find that really awkward. So I cover that. But again, like I say, I already know their pain point in advance. So I'm like, how to transition seamlessly. Why you're probably missing out on easy sales? Because no one wants to miss out on easy sales. So again, intrigue, right? Lots of intrigue. How to instantly repromote. Again, yes, but that's a huge one. Literally, there are entire programs dedicated to this stuff in here. How do the entire framework of your mindset around money? That's again, I cover that, but again, like that's a huge, big, bold statement to make, right? And so, and the other thing is from a psychological perspective, by the way, when people see bullet points, it kind of like the brain soaks that in as, oh, this is extra stuff I'm getting, because our brain's like a million-year-old creature basically. What the gurus get wrong in their teaching, so I'm throwing rocks at my enemies. Like, oh, if you've been following these gurus for all these years, you might be wrong. There's an affinity hack that allows you to build instant. So again, people will be like, "What the heck is an affinity hack? What is this?" Because then, like, it's just building intrigue, right? Because again, if you build up enough intrigue for people, and you're kind of just making it an absolute no-brainer by like, and I'm going to go into this next part in a moment, then that helps because then people are like, what? Like, oh my god, have I been doing it? And so it starts to change their belief patterns, right? And so therefore, and I haven't really done a great job of like addressing new ones. I've pretty much just gone bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, and then I'm like, cool. Well, you know what? What else is here? You also get this other stuff, which is really cool as well. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go into. You're going to get the ultimate six-figure script. This has helped me sell millions. It's valued 297. The presentation swipe file, so you can actually reference it in real time. That's valued $100. You're going to get spending hours of creating content. We've got you covered the 3,500 bits of content that you can use for social media. I've got this thing of training about bonuses and swipe my entire business. So I actually have some training which is basically going over my entire business process from woe to go. I cover all that. You get that as part of it. So and then as you can see, this is what we call price stacking. So as you can see, oh my god, that much value, valued at blah blah blah, valued at that much. And I made a mistake there. I should have put an underline under that. Oh damn it! Like I say, done is better than perfect, folks. It's still converting, doesn't matter, right? So then I've got some red as a bit of kind of color differentiation there. Act now, and you also get this plus the training, set up your sales process, blah, 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 blah. So it's a total value of $1,035. And as you can see, there's a couple of things I'm doing psychologically here. Number one is I'm price anchoring. So people think in their mind, even though they can see the 97 right there, they can see in their mind, wow, 1,035. It's amazing. And of course, if you're watching this in the future, I apologize you missed out on the discount, but I can assure you it's still worth it at 197. Anyway, people have that in their mind, 1,035, and so therefore any price underneath that seems very small by comparison. Okay, so then of course, if you're getting $1,035 worth of stuff, but you only have to pay $100 for it, well, that's small. There's another thing there. I put it just, and it's a tiny little thing, but the 1,035 just above the actual price itself is huge. Like it looks big. So like, oh my god, it's $1,035. I'm like, oh no, you know what? Oh my god, 97 is so small. Look at that. And that actually helps. It's a very a small psychological thing, but it actually helps. And then guess what? I just go straight into the cart. So this is how like unfancy your sales pages can be. Like I say, this converts at 16%, and I'm pretty proud of that. So in case you couldn't tell, and there's an order bump there as well. Like got that, which I think the take up rate was about 30 or 40% at the moment. So doing really really well with that. So yeah, that's it. Pretty cool. Plus, then I just reiterate some of the stuff that I've already mentioned. I've got a Q&A thing. Got dedicated support through the community. You leverage this for life, which is actually true. And that's it. Nice and easy, right? So that is how you can create a very doesn't even need. I was going to say nice. That's going to be a bloody great lie. It's not a nice sales page at all. But that's how you can create a sales page that converts. And like I say, if you use those things, so if I'm to recap real quick here, big bold headline. The doctrine that I suggest people use is either mystery and intrigue, the way that I have, or again, how to yay without boo. Thanks, Frank Kern. You want to reiterate that with a sub headline. You don't have to put a video. This originally didn't have a video on, and then I put one on. And the original page, by the way, again, I just want to reiterate the done is better than perfect thing. My original video was me walking backwards towards a tree. I had bird poop on my top, which you could see in the video. I had it was all shaking the camera around, all this sort of stuff. I made up some sort of story about the tree and how you need a big axe to chop it down, and this is what this is like, and blah blah. But it still converted. It was actually converting higher before, and that was because it was just kind of in a launch phase. So what I really want to get across to you guys is that it doesn't need to be like super fancy. You're better off just launching it, seeing how it goes. If nothing converts, then you've got some work to do. If it converts, bang, you've got something to work off. You can adjust things along the way and make it better and better and better and better, right? So anyway, number one, big bold headline. You don't have to put a what do you call it, sub headline, but it certainly helps. I've then reiterated. Don't worry about the countdown time. It's only because it's going through a price hike at the moment. And then again, you just want to say basically, look, this is what you're going to get. If you don't have any social proof, you don't have to put that in. And again, this is probably the wrong place to actually put my social proof anyway. And then with the actual letter itself, looks, dear friend, wouldn't it be nice to, I love this, big bold headline, big bold statement, big bold sentences there, even if you tried everything before. But first, let me just make a little disclaimer. So, damaging admission, super important, right? So, big bold headline, sub headline if you're so inclined, and then on the actual letter, again, reiterating the most important thing that they're going to read today if they go right through it. Damaging admission. And then quite literally going straight into it. Look, here's exactly what you're going to get. And a little bit of a write up. This is different than anything you've seen before. And here's the reason why. But I've got to warn you, like, it's a bit of a takeaway. And then bang straight into it. Lots of bullet points because it helps to the brain to think that you're getting more stuff. And then you just create a lot of intrigue and different bullet points and different ways to frame those. You can ask questions, you do all sorts of stuff like that looks to draw out the actual offer itself. Add some bonuses in, again, bullet points, blah, 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 blah. Price stack the crap out of it. You got a big, bold price there, smaller price by comparison. And click here to get it. And it's nice and easy, bang, done, and put whatever disclaimers you want to put down the bottom. So anyway, hopefully that helps you guys out, gives you a bit of a framework. Like I say, really the key thing I really want to hammer home here is that it doesn't need to be the most beautiful, perfect, amazing thing. It just needs to sell the product. And if it can sell the product and you can do that based off of something that looks kind of like this, then there's nothing stopping you from creating something that looks probably better than this and still converts. So anyway, like I say, if you're interested, click that link below, check it out. It's currently $100, although it's probably going to go up to about 200 by the time you end up watching this. And if that is of interest, there is a 50% commission and then a 20% second tier, as well as the actual training being pretty badass, if I do say so myself. So if you want to learn how to sell stuff, check it out. Otherwise, look forward to catching up with you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining me, guys, and see you in the next video.